Okay. Okay, great, great. So now here, you know what we are talking about. We are talking about IGCSE biology, and we are talking about all the important definitions. Okay, we will start with a very simple one. Okay, we will start with the very simple ones when we are talking about important definitions. Tissue. I asked you to give me 2 marks definition for that. As you know, like I like you to be on your tips while in the session. Okay. Yeah. So I want you to please answer me when I ask you. This will make our session attentive, interactive, right? Yeah. So tissue. Yes, people. I'm giving you a minute to send me the definition of tissue. How to score mark in IGCSE, anything that comes to your mind when you are talking about tissue. Yes, we will be quick. We have a lot of definitions to cover. So we will try to cover, you know, maximum. Okay, great, good job. Yeah, okay, good. Okay, I will move on. Good job, keep sending me. Okay, a group of cells, or actually, you know, you can say a group of similar cells. Okay, and second mark, working together for the same function. This is very, very important. Just, you know, simply saying, you know, group of cells won't get you marked for tissue. You must mention they are the group of cells which are actually carrying out the same function. Okay, yeah, so this is what, you know, we will go. Yeah, I have a list with me, so I'll go with it. Okay, now, you know, we will talk about active transport. The keywords, active transport. I have listed down all these important definitions according to the chapters. So like chapter 1, 2, as you know, we are going ahead. Active transport, guys. You may want to unmute your mic and, you know, you want to tell me if you want to. Active transport. Keeping in mind, okay, I'll try to, you know, give you some revision as well. Diffusion, which is actually what diffusion is, the movement of particles from higher to lower concentration, right? Same goes for osmosis. Osmosis, try to avoid the word concentration, use the word water potential, because osmosis is about water molecules, right? So when you're talking about osmosis, talk about movement of water molecules from higher water potential to lower water potential. Here, you know, when we are talking about active transport, what we will be talking about, this is the movement of ions, right? Movement of ions, and from where? From lower to higher concentration. This is actually what against the concentration gradient, right? Lower to higher concentration. Also, when, you know, it is against the concentration gradient, it is important to mention about the against the concentration gradient. Okay, it is important to mention about energy. Okay, using energy from where? Using energy from, okay, yeah, this is very, very important. Using energy from respiration. Okay, using energy from respiration. When we are talking about respiration, there are 2 types of respiration. Yes, guys, along the way revision, right? Aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Right? Which respiration releases more energy? Release energy. This is also one of the important keyword. You will never say produce energy, make energy. No, release energy. This is only the acceptable word in IGCSE biology. All other words are not acceptable. Okay. Then, you know, we are talking about, wait, he's asking about the link. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, Using energy from respiration, I was telling you about aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Mitochondria, which is called the powerhouse of the cell, right? Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Why it is called the powerhouse of the cell? It is the one which, you know, releases the most of the energy. And, you know, if we are saying most of the energy is released in mitochondria, so where does some of the energy, you know, release? So where it is actually in the cytoplasm where anaerobic respiration takes place. Clear, right? So all these, you know, you will be remembering. Okay. Then, you know, we are going ahead next. Okay, what do I have? Yes, osmosis, as I was telling you guys, talk about water molecules and water potential. Okay, water molecules, movement of water molecules, movement of. It is ideal to talk about water potential rather than concentration in osmosis. So movement of water molecules from higher water potential to lower, right? So this is these are the definitions. Let me put it up here. Okay, now, you know, we will go ahead. Okay, as you know, I was telling you just now about respiration. So you should be very clear, as I said, respiration, what respiration? There are two types of respiration, right? Let me write it here for you, so easier for you. Aerobic respiration. When I'm talking about respiration, right? This is usually 2 to 3 marks definition, which is very important. So in living organism, this is a very important point. This is one of the characteristics of Mrs. Gran. Remember? When I ask you, like, who is Mrs. Gran, and you tell me wife of Mr. Gran. Right? Mrs. Gran, the 7 characteristics of living organism. Mrs. Gran. M, movement, R, respiration, S, sensitivity, G, growth, R, reproduction, E, excretion, and N, nutrition. Right? So those 7 characteristics, one of it is aerobic respiration, basically. Okay, so respiration occurs in living organisms, and it is what in living organisms, the chemical reactions. Yeah, this is not only one reaction, this is actually the chain of chemical reactions. In living organisms, the chemical reactions that break down nutrient molecules. You may name it. Which nutrient molecules you are talking about? Nutrient molecules, we may talk about carbohydrate. Okay, yeah, so we can add it there. Nutrient molecules, carbohydrate, glucose. Yes, good. Wow, I'm getting, you know, all these answers in the chat box. Good job. Okay, carbohydrates, glucose, and to do what? This is very, very important. To release energy. As I said, any other word in IGCSE, it is rejected for energy, right? In physics also you guys do, right? Energy, it can never be created nor destroyed, right? So it will be released from this nutrient molecule. Okay, also, you know, further in the form of what? In the form of ATP, right? ATP molecule. Adenosine triphosphate. You are not supposed to remember the full form of it, but for knowledge, yeah, I'm sharing with you. Okay, so this respiration, as I said, where it is occurring, this is occurring in mitochondria. I'm drawing it here. This is mitochondria, right? I hope I draw it nicely. Ding, ding, ding. All this folded, right? Okay, yeah. So this is what this is. Mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell. Powerhouse of the cell, right? Supplying power. Okay, right now, you know, we are going ahead further. We have to cover a lot of definitions, right? Okay, now, you know, let's talk about enzyme. Enzyme. I have, a very good song on it as well, Enzyme, but now no time to share with you guys. Enzyme. Okay, so here, when we are talking about enzyme, it is very, very easy to describe. Okay, first mark is what? Biological. When you are already saying biological, yes, yeah. Biological means a living organism, right? Yeah. May I request all participants to keep their mics on mute? Thank you so much. Yes. Yeah, and if you want to ask anything, you may write in the chat box and I shall reply. Thank you. Okay. So enzyme is what? Enzyme is biological, means in the living organism, right? This is one thing. And then biological catalyst. Catalyst, something that speeds up the chemical reaction, right? Speeds up the chemical reaction without being used up. In chemistry also, it is going to help you, right? Yeah. I guess speeds up the chemical reaction without being used. That is why these enzymes, they can be used over and over again, right? Because they are not taking part, in the reaction. They're not being used. They are only speeding up, right? So without being used, right? Also keeping in mind these enzymes, they have optimum temperature. I'm just, sharing here the keywords that you are going to use. Optimum temperature, optimum pH. These enzymes have optimum temperature and optimum pH. Okay, optimum means best. Okay, and above 40 degrees Celsius, they don't work. Why? Because enzymes denature. Do not use the word destroy. Okay, killed and all. What is the keyword for enzymes? Okay, enzymes denatured. Enzymes denatured. Yeah, these are the good keywords that you are going to remember and a good impression on the examiner. Okay, then we are going ahead further. Digestion. Enzymes, definitely, they take part in digestion, right? Remember all these enzymes which are in the digestive system, starting from your mouth, right? Amylase, then, you are going through esophagus to your stomach. Esophagus, definitely no enzyme there, okay? Because no chemical reaction. Enzymes, they are taking part in chemical reactions. Esophagus, it is bringing your food down by its movement, right? Remember, there are antagonistic muscles, longitudinal and circular muscles. Okay, because of that movement, food actually, goes down in the alimentary canal. So all these points, you will remember. Now, I'm going to go to digestion. Digestion also, when, we are talking about, of course, in the exam, when you define it, whether chemical digestion or physical digestion, they will give you mark if they haven't given you particularly what they are asking, but it's good to know both of it. Okay, what is the difference in these two when we are talking about digestion? Let me write here. Digestion, there are two types. Okay, let me write here. Digestion, I put here physical digestion. On the other hand, let me write chemical digestion and chemical digestion. Okay, we physical, or we also call it mechanical. Physical or mechanical, and then we have chemical digestion. What is the difference in these two when we are talking about it? Some people think that physical or mechanical digestion, it is by teeth only. Okay, by teeth is one of the example, but the movement of esophagus, okay, the movement of your intestine, okay, that is also the form of physical digestion, right? So here in this mechanical digestion, what will happen? Breakdown of large food pieces. Here you will talk about pieces into smaller ones, and why? To increase surface area. This is the key word. to increase surface area for actually chemical digestion to work on it, right? Then, you know, here chemical is what, keeping in mind it is by enzymes. Yeah, this is one of it, by enzymes. And what will it do? It will break down. Now you will not say pieces, breakdown of large food molecules into smaller ones. Large food molecules into smaller ones. Okay, yeah, molecules. Here keyword is what? Molecules. Okay, here you are breaking them down. Okay, so these are the definitions. Yeah, you may want to write now, you know, I am saving it, and later, you know, I can send you as well. I'll have it. Let's say if I forget, because many of you, then please remind me on WhatsApp, right? You already have my number, right? So if you are unable to write it along the way now, because we are going fast, I'm going to take you on the next screen. So yeah, please ask me in the WhatsApp, and you know, I'm gonna share this screenshot with you. I'm saving all of them. Yes, okay. Then, you know, we will go ahead. Okay, further in these definitions. Time is running fast. Okay, then here, along with digestion, let me, you know, give you two more important definitions that students, you know, they often get confused with: absorption and assimilation. Absorption. Okay, and then next, you know, down there, I'll talk about assimilation. What is the difference in it? Now, you know, when your digestion has been done, what is happening? Digestion is done. So now, you know, these chemical digestion is done, right? These food molecules, they should get into the blood, right? So it can be taken where it is needed. Where it is needed mean in the cell for respiration. So how, you know, we're going to talk about it? Absorption, when I'm talking about movement of, it is the movement of digested food molecules. Okay, the molecules which have already been digested. Okay, digested food molecules through the wall of, through the wall of what? Through the wall of the small intestine. The small intestine has what? A small intestine has structure, villi structure, finger-like structure, right? That helps in absorption. Think of it, if let's say if you spill water, how you are going to wipe it off. If you are taking a towel and you are taking plain cloth, which will absorb more? Definitely towel, right? Because towel has all those thread-like structure, which are actually giving it higher, larger surface area. Same goes to our intestine, right? We have all these finger-like structures, which are actually called villi, that increases the surface area for what? For efficient absorption. So here, movement of digested food molecules through the wall of the small intestine, where? Into the blood. Into the blood, or in fact, we can talk about lymph as well. Okay, lymph, where what? Fatty acids and glycerol will go to lymph. Okay, amino acids and sugar molecule, they will go to blood capillary. The villi has both of these structures. In your books, you know, they have given the structure of this. Yeah, so do have a look on it for labeling. Okay, so now, you know, since now these food molecules, they have already reached, okay, reach where? Into the blood, but now, you know, where they should be taken, right? This is very, very important when we are talking about. So now these, you know, food molecules from the blood, they should be taken where? Into the body cells, and this is what assimilation is about. Okay, where they are taken, where they are needed. Okay, so I write here, what is that assimilation? The movement of digested food The movement of digested food molecules into, okay, into the cells of the body, into the cells of the body, right? And why into the cells of the body? We should mention where they are used, becoming the part of the cell, becoming the part of the cell. Cell is at micro level, right? Where all these chemical reactions are happening, right? So we need to remember that. Okay, yeah, all these chemical reactions. Okay, now, one more here related to this. Let me finish this digestion. Okay, emulsification. This is also one of the topic where, students get confused. Let me tell you what is that emulsification. When, I'm talking about emulsification, first of all, think about it. We usually use it in digestion where for fat, okay, globules. What are they? Fat globules when I'm talking about. Okay, let me draw it here first so you will understand it better. You have these large fat globules. They will be converted into smaller ones and further into tiny, tiny ones, right? Okay, so this is basically emulsification. So what is that emulsification when I'm talking about? Breakdown of what? Breakdown of large fat globules into what? Into smaller ones. Also keeping in mind into smaller ones, okay, to increase surface area for what? This is very, very important. Why do they need to increase surface area? For enzyme action. And which enzyme? For fats. That is basically lipase, right? So all these things are connected. Okay, why actually this emulsification, which is actually the breakdown of large fat globules into smaller ones. Okay, so yeah, for enzyme action, which is basically lipase. Okay, lipase is the enzyme that actually break down fat molecules. Fats into fatty acids and glycerol, right? Fatty acids, 3 fatty acids and 1 glycerol, right? Okay, let me save this too. Yeah, I hope people are writing in their books along the way. It is important, yeah, to write it in your book. And if anybody has any question along the way, you may write here in the chat box. No worries. Okay, yeah, I shall answer. Okay, you can write it here in the chat box and I will get back to you. Okay, so we are going further. Okay, so now, we are actually going to our definitions of heart. Okay, we are going digestion, then heart, then excretion. Oh Lord, yes, we have to cover. Okay, in this time. Yes, guys, do give me your feedback here in the chat box. Does this revision help you? Is it helping you? No, my dear, emulsification is mechanical digestion. Very good question you have asked. Okay, yeah, very good question. Okay, Hillary, yeah, this is mechanical digestion. Why? Because it is only converting large globules into smaller ones, right? And it is increasing surface area for what? For lipase action. Yeah, so it is only assisting in chemical digestion, but it itself is mechanical digestion. Okay, clear? Good, good. Keep asking, keep asking. Yeah, guys, do ask your questions, whatever comes to your mind along the way. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Jenny, Tilly. Yeah. Rahul, Sharvin. Yeah. All of you, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Great. Then, we are going ahead Okay, I am going to talk about our, okay, let me put the heading also, right? The circulatory system. Later, I have a diagram of heart also, because some people, they get confused in it, right? The circulatory system means mainly, we will be talking about heart and, the vessels, blood vessels, okay, which are connected to it. So when, first of all, talk about double circulatory system, how you gonna explain what is double circulatory system? Double circulatory system. What is that? Double circulatory system. In humans, in us, we have double circulatory system, right? And how we gonna get marks for this double circulatory system? Okay, this one also is students, they often lose mark because they don't complete the definition of it. What is that? Yes, they do say the heart, okay? When I'm saying the blood passes through the heart twice. Everybody says that, everybody knows since it is double circulation, but how to complete the diagram in one cycle, in one single cycle, in one journey, in one circuit. Okay, in order to complete this definition, you must mention in one circuit you are talking about that it is going to go twice, right? Otherwise, many times, right? Yeah, so this is important. Even, the definition is for 1 mark, it will be considered complete when you are mentioning, all this in your definition, right? Okay, okay. Then, yes, next, when we are going further, talk about atrioventricular walls as well. Atrioventricular walls, which are present in heart, right? So when we are saying atrioventricular, we already know that these walls, they are present where? Present between atrium, okay, atria, both atria basically. Atria is plural, atrium is singular, right? Between atria and ventricle. Okay, and do you know how many types of atrioventricular walls are there? Tell me here in the chat box, guys. And what do? They prevent the backflow of blood. Backflow of blood. Yes. Okay, good. Yes, we have bicuspid, tricuspid. How to remember, guys? Where is bicuspid? Where is tricuspid? Sometimes, students get confused. Let me, give you the key of it. Okay, tricuspid. Tri has R. So remember that R is where? R is on right side, right? Okay, yes. So remember that. Okay, tricuspid where it is on right side. So definitely bicuspid will be on left side. Is it right? Yeah. So this way, remember, because sometimes, students, they get confused. Where is right side? Where is left side? Yes, right side of the heart mentioned, correct. Okay, tri. Tri has R, right? So we will remember, and also remember that the heart, when they give you the diagram, it is like the person is facing you, right? So your right is his left, your left is his right. The person is facing you in front. So whatever answer, you are going to write, you will consider it. The person is facing you, okay? The opposite to it, yeah. Another name for bicuspid is bicuspid, which is actually interesting, right? I'm glad people enjoy it. Okay, and let me write here bicuspid. Yeah, so bicuspid, and there is another name for this mitral valve. You should make yourself familiar with all these names. In the exam, they can give you anything, right? Bicuspid or mitral, right? Okay, so labeling part, I take you there after we are done with our definitions. Oops, we are running out of time. I'm just giving you all the details. Yeah, what I give you. Okay. We are going ahead. Okay. Some more definitions on the way, right? Talk about excretion, next system, digestion. Then, we are moving to where we are moving to heart. Then, we are moving to kidney. Okay, excretion. Is it? Yeah, don't worry, Kristen, I'll send you the screenshot after that. Okay, yeah, I'll send you guys the screenshot. So like you can remember that. Yeah. Yeah. Why actually I'm not waiting because yeah, many people are here. So I'm trying to cover, as much as because we have only one session, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and in case, if I forget to send anyone because yeah, some in the group and some are not, so please message me, huh? Yeah, I'm saving already. So here, excretion, how to write the definition. 3 marks, guys. You should be very particular with the keywords. It is the removal of waste. This is very important. Waste of metabolic reaction. Do not say just simply the waste. Metabolic reactions means chemical reactions that happening in the body. For example, carbon dioxide through respiration, also it is considered as excretion, right? But do not mix it up. Do not get confused with egestion, which is through anus. Why egestion is different from excretion? Because egestion is not the product, okay? The waste product is not the product of metabolic reactions, right? Why? Because that is mostly fiber. So because fiber, what does it do? It prevents constipation, right? It is aiding, it helps in the smooth flow of food through the alimentary canal. Okay, so egestion is different from excretion. In the exam, they might ask you, and you should be able to answer that, why egestion is different from excretion. Okay, because egestion there actually, you are, removing the waste product of not a chemical reaction. In excretion, it is the waste product of a chemical reaction. Okay, yeah. So for example, our lungs, okay, lungs are the organs which are the, taking part in excretion of waste products. Excretion means waste product of metabolic reaction. Okay, and then other than that, we can talk about kidneys, right? Because in kidneys, what is happening? Urea, right? Now that is actually, taking part in excretion. So let's complete the definition. The removal of waste product or waste of metabolic reactions. Okay, this is our 1 mark. Then, substances in excess. Substances in excess. For example, excess water through the kidneys, right? It will be removed. Also, we will talk about toxic substances or toxic materials. For example, drugs, right? That are also broken down in the liver and, they are excreted via kidneys. Very clear? Show me something, thumbs up or something, so I know people are with me and I'm not, just speaking and people are getting bored. Is it? I should give you my heart, is it? Can I give? Okay, wow, I have got some. Can I give along this, right? Okay, I need to stop sharing the screen, then only we can share the reactions, is it? Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'll share, in the end then. Right? Okay, so my heart with you. Yes, I just want to make sure people are not sleeping behind the camera, right? And yeah, they are listening. Yeah, please note down all these important points, okay? Yeah, so here, this is the definition of excretion. Okay, hormones, next definition. Again, very important definition, mostly for 3 marks in IGs. Yes, so hormones. Yes, people do write in the chat box along the way. I want to see your version of definitions as well. to see what do you guys know about it. Yes, hormones. Hormones are what? They are the chemical substance, chemical material. Okay, chemical substance, and you know where the chemical, which is actually produced by glands, secreted by glands. Both words can be used. Produced by glands, secreted by glands. Okay, where do they travel? Travel in the bloodstream. This is very important. Travel in the bloodstream. And then again, the last point, which is very, very important, target the specific organ. Target the specific organ. What does it mean? When we are talking about reproductive hormones, they will target those reproductive organs only. When we are talking about, for example, blood glucose concentration hormones, which are actually insulin and glucagon, right? So they will actually be acting accordingly. So only to the specific organ. Then, and do you know later, once their job is done, what will happen? They will actually be broken down and by the liver, and they will be sent to the kidney to be excreted from the body. And do you know, liver, how many jobs does it do in our body? It does more than 200 jobs. Yeah, you are not supposed to remember all these 200 jobs, right? Yeah, but sharing with you that how important this organ is for our body. Right, and how much we should take care of it. Yes, more than 200 jobs. People are amazed, right? Yeah. So some of it here we are mentioning, right? Okay, toxic materials, it breaks down toxic materials, alcohol, drugs, right? Then here we are talking about, okay, hormones, right? Deamination, what I have written for the spelling of the here. Yeah, sorry, typo, guys, you know it, right? The THE. So sorry. Okay, let me correct it. Okay. Then, let me tell you a few definitions related to reproduction as well. And then, I have to take you to the exam questions. Yeah, I want to finish it more on that. Reproduction, when we are talking about, in reproduction, we have what? We have asexual and, we have sexual reproduction, right? So what is the difference in these two? Okay, what is the difference in these two? Asexual reproduction, that actually requires only one parent, right? It requires only one parent and it is fast. I am noting down all the points here. What is that? Requires one parent only. Then, other than that, it's quick or fast. You can say quick, fast. And other than that, okay, what is that? Okay, it produces genetically identical. This is the keyword, genetically identical offsprings. This is the keyword that you are going to remember, genetically identical offsprings. Okay, so of course, yeah, the opposite of it is gonna be what? In sexual. Okay, there actually, it requires two parents, right? It requires two parents. Okay, it is what? It is slow, and offsprings are genetically identical is the keyword. Okay, offsprings are not genetically. The simply saying, identical won't give you mark. Genetically identical are not genetically identical. Okay, yeah. So this is what you have to remember about sexual and asexual reproduction. As you know, when we are sexual and asexual reproduction, let's talk about fertilization, right? In reproduction, what happens? Fertilization, right? So how are you going to talk about this fertilization? Here, you have to talk about some keywords that I want to give you. Fertilization. Fertilization, you will talk about it is the fusion. Fusion of what? This is important. Male. Okay. Nucleus of nucleus, then nucleus of what? Fusion of haploid nucleus. You see, I keep adding the words. Okay, haploid nucleus of male gamete. Okay, male gamete, which is actually sperm, right? Spermatozoa, no, right? To put the impression on the examiner, isn't it? Right, okay. Spermatozoa, the fusion of haploid nucleus of male gamete with haploid nucleus of female gamete, which is actually ovum. Oocyte. This is also, a good word to impress the examiner. Oocyte. Okay. To form what? To form a zygote with, do talk about, guys, nucleus. To form a zygote with diploid nucleus. What is the difference in haploid and diploid nucleus? Okay, so yeah, this is the thing that you need to remember when we are talking about this. Okay, let me put it up here. When I'm talking about, let me change it. Yes. Okay, here, when I say haploid and diploid, yeah, I want to know. Okay, haploid, yes, when we are talking about haploid, I am referring to one set of chromosomes. One set of chromosomes, what does it mean? For example, in humans, what do we have? We have 23, right? 23 from female, 23 from male, and it actually makes the gamete with diploid. Diploid means two sets of chromosomes, right? One from female, one from male. So two sets of chromosome, 23 plus 23. Of course, each organism have different set of chromosomes, right? Yeah. So you have to remember about two set and one set. Not everybody will have 46. Of course, all humans, yeah, they will have, normal humans. Yeah, those who have some genetic disorders, they might have more. Like Down syndrome, right? People with Down syndrome, they have one more. Yeah. Yes, guys, do you have any question before I move ahead to some of past year paper techniques that I want to tell you? Yeah, I've tried to cover the definitions here. Do you want to ask any other definition that you are not sure about? You may ask me here in the chat box. Yeah, you may ask me here in the chat box if you are not sure about any of the definition. Okay. Yes, now I am gonna go for, okay, yes, definitions only. Yeah, you can talk about here in the chat box. Okay, now I stop sharing this screen. I have saved it right. Let me save it. I have to move on. Yes. I hope I'm not missing out any of it. Yeah, I'm taking you, since it is a group session. Okay, I'm taking you to the exam questions quickly. Yeah, as I was telling you, yeah, wait, let me share the screen. Yeah, so far so good. Okay, everybody understands, right? Jane, you understand, right? Is it? Yeah. Okay, okay, great. Okay, I am sharing questions. Yes, here. We have data questions and we have labelings as well. So let's, label some of the diagrams. as I said, I'll give you your heart diagram, right? Just now I was telling you how the person, is facing you and how you're going to take left and right side of it. This was the one that I was talking about. So this section of heart that, they have given us, it is where, the person is facing us. So when, person is facing us, it means that, our left is his right side and his right side is our left side. So we have to answer accordingly, right? This is what, we will be focusing on. So now here, we will be, since, they have asked us JKLM to label. Can you guys tell me what is J? Yes, people, hurry up quickly. Do take part here. We have only one word answer. What is J? Yes, people, do tell me your answers. J, K, L, M. Maybe if you are not sure about all four, whatever you can tell me here in the chat box. Keep sending me. Yes, very good. Wow. J is aorta. It is always the arc shape. Okay, this is the one which is actually doing what, which is actually delivering the blood to most of the body, the rest of the body to the longer distance. And it is the strongest one. It is the main artery, J, which is aorta, right? It is the main artery. Yes, and then, we will talk about, actually we will label all. V is what? V is basically vena cava. And do you know particularly the one which is below, it is basically inferior vena cava, right? This is what this is, inferior vena cava. And, particularly you can talk about it, the one which is superior vena cava. Right? If particularly you have to ask. Superior vena cava, I write VC so you can get it, right? Yeah, this is something, good to know. Inferior vena cava and superior vena cava, right? Sometimes they would want you to mention that. Yes. Okay. And yes, then my people are telling me M is what? M is pulmonary artery. Okay. M is what I write here, pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery. So this is also the exception, right? Generally, arteries carry oxygenated blood, but here this is the exception, and this is pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein, right here. Yeah. Talking about. Right? Okay, how about the valves O and N? Just now I told you how to remember, so you can tell me which one is O and which one is N. This is something additionally. I know here they're not asking us in the question itself. Right? Yes, people are telling me, okay, I've got here. Yes, N is where? N is on the screen. I can see it is my right. So means definitely this is person's left side, right? I write here. What I'm saying, this is person's left side. Yeah, guys, this is very important. Students, they get confused. Okay, my right side, so his left side because he is facing me, right? And then, here it is right side. So now you already know, right is what? Right is basically tricuspid. So this valve O, you can mention about tricuspid, right? Right, and here left, and you can mention about bicuspid. Okay, like this, right? So remember that. N is bicuspid atrioventricular valve. Yeah, you can talk about bicuspid or mitral as well. Yeah. So your right means his left, right? Person is facing you. Okay, then. Okay, the one in pulmonary vein, yes. Okay, right, yeah, they are in the, okay. I was just, too much into right and left, yeah. because since it is inside here, so this is semi-lunar wall, correct? Semi-lunar. And why are they called semi-lunar? Because they are, as we can see, half shape. Okay, yeah. So O is basically semi-lunar. Okay, yeah. So I think so. This is generally, okay, generally, right side is tricuspid, right? Yeah, okay, but this is what? This is semi-lunar wall, right? Clear? Okay, so tricuspid valve is where basically it is here, right? Here. Very clear? Tricuspid is where? In between atria and ventricular, right? Yeah. Good. So I think so I need to take the screenshot of it because this is not, on Zoom, so it will not be saved. I need to send it to you guys then and there. Otherwise, it will be missed, I'm afraid. So let me take the screenshot. Okay, I'm stop. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing this screen. I gather all of them to me. Yeah, and I send you. Okay. So now, we will go to the next question. We are finishing our labeling part first, right? Yes. So here, this is also one of the question in the exam. As you know, this is the exam technique that you need to remember. What is that? That, even though they have asked you few of them, but you should label all of them, right? It will actually clarify for you. Okay, it will clarify for you. Like here, when I look at the diagram, I'll just recall what I know about the diagram. So what I'm gonna do here, what I have, this is my larynx, right? Larynx. B is what? B is trachea. And this trachea, which has actually C-shaped cartilage. What is the function of the C-shaped cartilage, my dear? C-shaped cartilage. This C-shaped cartilage, what will it do? It will keep the trachea open. It will prevent it from collapsing, right? They usually ask you in the exam, prevent it from collapsing. Okay, or you can say to keep it open. Please note down all these additional points. It will help you, score marks in the exam. Then here, what do we have? These are what? These are two types of muscles, intercostal muscles. One are external intercostal muscles, external intercostal muscles, and internal intercostal muscles. They are also the part of antagonistic muscles. They are also called antagonistic muscles, means those which are actually working simultaneously, right? We know that one is contracting, the other one is relaxing. Okay, where else we have antagonistic muscles in the body? We were just now talking about where we were talking about esophagus, right? We have longitudinal muscles, we have circular muscles. Then, in eye also, right? We have circular muscles, we have radial muscles. They are also the example of what? Antagonistic muscles, right? So remember all these, tricuspid, bicuspid, and muscles, right? Those are also, so these are the examples of antagonistic muscles. When I say, please note it down. Okay, so here, particularly what they were asking us to B, which is actually our trachea, as we have mentioned. What else, we have? So here, A is what? A is what? Yes, A is what? So this picture also, the person is basically facing you, right? So your right is his left and your left is his right. So means here, we are talking about right, and here we are talking about left, isn't it? Yeah. You don't need to be particular about left bronchus or right bronchus, but good for you. Okay, bronchus. Kash and Mohan just now joining, is it? Okay, yeah, he's taking bio, right? Yeah. Hi, Kashman.
Hi, Jay. Hi, Jay. Sorry, Jay.
Yeah, more than half of the session is gone, but it's
No,
okay.
no, yeah. I just came home. That's why. Yeah. I thought I missed you already.
Okay, never mind. At least you can get something. Okay, then here, bronchus. Okay, we were talking about this. Okay, what is the difference between bronchus and bronchi? Bronchi is what? Bronchi is plural, right? Plural. What I'm writing. This is plural. Huh? I've forgotten the spelling of plural, right? And this is what? This is singular. Okay, so when there are two, okay, they will be bronchi. Okay, same goes to what all this, this singular plural also in the exam students get confused, like alveolus and alveoli. Alveolus is what? Singular. When we are saying alveoli, they are what? They are basically plural. Same goes to stomata and stoma. Stoma is singular, right? Then stomata plural, like this. Okay, so remember that. So then here further after bronchus or bronchi, what do we have? We have all these branches. These are basically bronchioles. Bronchioles. Make sure spellings are correct, huh? Bronchioles. Okay, then what do we have here? This is what this is basically diaphragm. This is diaphragm. Okay, yeah. So all these, we have to remember. In fact, what you see here at the end of this, at the end of bronchioles, these are what? These are basically alveoli, right? The gas exchange surfaces, right? Alveoli. So here coming to the point, A is what? A is basically bronchus, okay, or bronchi, right? Bronchus would be better. So this is what this is basically, right bronchus. Right? Okay, then what is B? B is trachea, as we have attempted already. And C is what? C is basically what? This diaphragm, right? C is diaphragm, which is actually, separating abdomen from the lower body. Now let me take the screenshot of it. Of course, you won't be able to draw it for now. Yeah, let me save it, and then I will be sending you. Give me a minute. Let me drink some water. Yes, I'm reading in the chat box. Good session. People are, asking. So I hope I have answered all the questions, right? Now, further go ahead. Here for this question, let me give you a key that, how do you know what is the function of diaphragm, external intercostal muscles, internal intercostal muscles, because sometimes, they ask you in the exam. Okay, yeah, let me share, one more, a very good question on that actually gives us an overview. Let me share with you. Okay. Yes, here, right? You can read the question, not very small, guys. Everybody is able to see and read what they are asking. The gas exchange system is one of the organ systems of the human body, right? Breathing in, breathing out. Now here you see in the exam, they have here particularly asked you to use these keywords. Okay, what is happening in breathing out? What is happening in breathing in? What is decreasing in size? What is increasing in size? What is contracting and what is relaxing? Let me give you a quick flow chart here, which is my favorite. Yes. Okay, breathing in. Breathing in here, I'm going to give you what is that. We may also call it what? Inhalation, or another word for is of it is inspiration. Okay, and in the next column, we will be writing breathing out. Breathing out. Breathing out. What is the other word for this? Exhalation. Expiration. Okay, I'm gonna put a line in between. I'm using white, right? That would be better. Yes. So what is the difference in these two? See what I'm gonna say and how I'm gonna remember this. Yeah, this is very easy to remember, but students, they often get confused in, breathing in and breathing out. They mix up and they lose mark. Before we answer the question, particularly what they are asking there, we can actually, write our answer. What is that? Let me write it here. Okay. So in breathing in, what will happen? Diaphragm. Start with diaphragm. Okay. Right. Diaphragm contracts, or you can use the word flattens. Okay. Diaphragm contracts or flatten. I'm missing out G here. Contracts or flatten. Now, remember about external and internal. External will always go with diaphragm, D, E, right? A, B, C, D, E, right? So external intercostal muscles contracts too. Intercostal muscles contract. Okay, definitely when external is contracting, internal will be what? Relaxing, right? Internal intercostal muscles, internal intercostal muscles relax, right? This is our flow chart, how it is going, right? This is our flow chart. Diaphragm contracts. External intercostal muscles contract. What I am saying, how to remember, you see, when I am writing A, B, C, D, E, right? D and E come together. This is what I'm saying. D and E come together. When diaphragm contracting, external also contracting. So remember this way. Do not get confused. Right? Okay. Thanks. Yeah, you like it, right? So you can remember. Now, next. Okay. Going ahead. Okay. Internal intercostal muscles relax. Now talk about, okay, ribs. What will happen? Which color I'm going to use? Okay, ribs move upwards or outwards. Both words can be used, upwards or outwards. When ribs move upwards or outwards, what happens? Volume of lungs increases. Volume of lungs increases. You see, I'm using all these words, what they have asked me: contract, relax, increase, decrease, right? Volume of lungs increases, pressure in lungs decreases, right? Physics, volume and pressure, they are inversely proportional, right? Pressure of air in lungs decreases. So when it decreases, what will happen finally? Air diffuses in, moves in, air diffuses in or moves into the lungs, right? Clear? Yeah, this is how breathing in. So now breathing out is gonna be the opposite of everything. Means in breathing in, diaphragm, it was contracting. Now what will happen? Here, diaphragm, it will relax, isn't it? So when, diaphragm relax, definitely, what will happen? External intercostal muscles also relax. External intercostal muscles also relax, right? Then, what will happen? Internal, you should actually write full. That's why I'm writing full also. Internal intercostal muscles contract. What will happen? Ribs move inwards, downwards. Ribs move inwards, right? Downwards. What will happen? Volume. Okay. Here it will, volume decreases, right? Isn't it? Volume decreases, what happens? Pressure increases. And finally, what happens? Air moves out. Okay, air moves out. I get something in the chat box. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So this is how you see here, we have used all these keywords and, you can put them in the answers. Okay. Pressure in the thorax here, as they have mentioned, where we are talking about lungs. Yes, thorax word can also be used. Okay. Thorax is basically what? Thorax is the room in the chest. Okay. Chest, right? So you can use the word thorax. You can use the word lungs. Okay. Yes. Clear? Okay, let me take the screenshot of it to send you guys. Oops. Okay, so I stopped sharing this screen and I'm going to take you to the data questions. I want to finish that too. I want to tell you how data questions can be attempted and what you can do to, score full marks, because data questions, they are the important part of IGCSE biology. Yeah, data questions. Yes, okay. Now, let me share the screen. Yes. Okay. So here, we are talking about data questions. This is one of the example of data question. What are they asking? Here, they are telling us there was an outbreak of cholera in the area 2 months after the new vaccine was given. And the people who had symptoms of it were monitored in the hospital for 2 days. Some of the infected people, they had received the new vaccine and others had not received, and they have already given us the key right here to analyze this data. Now, using information in this figure, discuss how effective the vaccine was at preventing the symptoms of it. Okay, symptoms of cholera. Now, keeping in mind, first of all, the very first thing that, we will be talking about the general trend. General trend means we look at it, whether it is increasing, it is decreasing, or what, right? So this is what, we're gonna have a look on it. So when I have a look on it, I see, where do I see? Are there more symptoms, in vaccinated people or non-vaccinated people, right? So this is the first point that I will make. So when I look at it, Okay, what I can see here, I see this is the key for vaccinated people. So pathogens present in feces, for vaccinated, it is less. For not vaccinated, it is more, right? And same goes to for diarrhea symptom and high body temperature. So the very first point that I am going to talk about is the general trend. This is the first thing. General trend I am going to talk about. What is general trend? Whether it has positive correlation or negative. So here, you know, what I'm going to see, what is observed, vaccinated people show less symptoms. Vaccinated people show less symptoms as compared to non-vaccinated people, right? Non-vaccinated people. Now, this is your general statement, but you must support it with the data code. What is the data code? Here that you have it, right? Then only examiner will know that yes, you have understood and you are going to answer it properly. So like for example, here, you know, now your supporting statement, okay? So here, supporting statement, I would say, yeah, this is the sample answer, guys. Supporting statement, when I say supporting a statement with what? Supporting a statement with data code. What is data code? And always remember, data code should always be with the unit. Here we have the percentage. Okay, so we will take the percentage. For example, here in my data code, what I am going to put, next point I am going to put is about 61%, okay, about 61% vaccinated people show the symptoms of pathogens, right? Symptoms of pathogens present in feces as compared to non-vaccinated with how much? With about 96%, right? This is my data code. Understand? Right? Your data code is very, very important. And along with the unit here, you know, because my unit is what percentage, right? If like you have volume, for example, cm cube or whatsoever, right? If you have masses, and actually it is applicable to all three sciences, not only for biology, right? So remember that. Let me take the screenshot of this data question as well. So this is how, you know, you should attempt your data questions along with the units. Yeah, this is very, very important. Let me. So I have given you the examples of labeling. I have given you the examples of data questions as well. I have one more data question as well here, which I want to give you. And guys, yeah, if you have some questions, please write, you know, here in the chat box along the way. As I said, yeah, if we might not have enough time, so at least, you know, along the way, I'm trying to answer as you are asking. Kristen, the screenshots only. If you need, then you can tell me, okay? Yeah, no problem. Anything for you. Okay, so yeah, here we have, okay. So this is also one of the data question. Here, you know, why, I'm putting up this question here, I want to tell you one thing. Most students, sometimes, they overlook, they don't look at the unit, what they are asking, and, they just simply write it, right? So here, this is what, we're gonna see. Here you see, when we are looking at the question, what are they asking? They are asking us about use the information. I'm reading. Use the information in figure to state the most frequent cell length of E. coli cells immediately after the cell division. So here, they have already given us the key, right? Immediately after the cell division is this one, right? We know that. Now this is our cell length, right? When I look at it, I read it because they want it at 3, right? So this is 3, and when I look at it, let me take, the arrow. So at 3, when I am going up here, yes, okay, this is the maximum, right, that I am getting. Understand? Because they want me to take it the most frequent cell length. So this is the most frequent cell length that I am getting where at 3. Is it? Now here I have to keep in mind that here they have given me in mu meter, right? And here, they are asking me in millimeters. So when I look at it on the graph in mu meters, what is that? That is 3. Okay, I change the color so visible. 3 mu meter, right? So 1 mu meter, okay, 1 millimeter is equal to what? 1,000 mu meters, right? So how you gonna convert it? Means this 3, you need to multiply it by 1,000. You need to divide it by 1,000, right? 1 millimeter equals to 1,000 mu meter. So what will be your answer when you divide this 3 with 1,000? What do you get? You will get 0.003, right? So here, 0.003 is what? Millimeter, right? So here, your answer should not be 3. Why? Because they want you to tell the answer in millimeters, right? So the actual answer in millimeter is 0.03. So yeah, my dear students, this is very important to look at the question and to read it carefully, what they are asking, which unit, you are going to take, right? Very clear to everyone? Okay, yeah, this was the good question, because sometimes, yeah, students, they overlook and they just, give the answer in any of the unit. So this is a good question to remind yourself that, you are always going to take into note the unit that, they are asking for. Okay, so yes, I have given you all these example questions. I wish, I could give you more. I stop sharing this screen. Yes, I was answering all your questions along the way as well. If you have some more questions, you may ask me. Yeah, Jane, you have any question to ask? Yeah, you can write here in the chat box. Jonathan, Rahul, Mary, Ryan, Cheryl, Michelle, Emily, Alicia, Kristen, Hillary already asking a lot of questions along the way. So I'm sure Vention. Yeah. Yes. Do you guys have any questions? Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. Kashwin. Yeah. You join later. Do you have any question to ask?
No, sure.
Yeah. Kashwin, do get, any of your friend to send you the screenshots later that I'll share with them, because I think so you are not, in my group, right? You are not added there for the chemistry group, right? Because I'll share them from there. Yes. So yes, everyone, I hope that, you have enjoyed today's session. Yes, I'm waiting for your questions, even though, yes, people have been asking along the way. I have tried to answer. Yeah, I hope I have not, missed out anything. Thank you so much, Jane. And thank you so much, everyone. Yes, I also enjoyed. Thanks for your kind comments. So glad to read it that, it has helped you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm reading the comments. Nice comments. Yeah. And again, I'm saying, like, if I have missed out anything, please, yeah, you can always ask me on WhatsApp. You guys have my, WhatsApp number. I'm always accessible. Yeah. So before I go off, I can give you my heart, right? You can also give me something if you would want to. Right. Okay. Okay. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I wish you all the best. Okay, yeah, I wish you all the best. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you, Sharvin. Yeah, thank you, Rahul, Cheryl, Isaac, Jocelyn, all of you. So I wish you all the best for your exams. Yeah, see you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Mara.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.